Welcome to Friendship Smart. My name is Alison and I will be your host today. And I want to introduce you to a woman who needs no introduction, the one, the only, Michelle Mitchell.
Oh, Ali, hello.
Hello, Michelle.
Thanks for joining me here.
We are here to talk about your new book, Friendship Smart.
We are.
And I'm excited because I have just finished reading it and I feel like this book has everything. It has heart, head and hands.
And it's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears as
It
well,
has. It's got like your heart for kids, for parents. It's got your head, the theory, the research behind it. And then it's got the hands, the practical elements that we as parents need.
Thanks, Ali.
Thank you for writing it.
I won't say my pleasure because it was a big job, but it got there. It got there in the end, and it's out in the world now, which is nerve-wracking and exciting all at the same time.
I can imagine. I think behind a lot of parent worries nowadays are relational stories. We've got drama, friendship changes, kids dealing with isolation, loneliness. It's a hard world out there.
Yeah, disconnection is at the heart of what a lot of kids are struggling with, whether it's mental health, school refusal. So it's really at the intersection of what's going on in kids' lives. And we've tried life independently, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
With a phone in our hands, connecting with people at our convenience, but it's not working. And we need to do life in relationship with people, but we need friendship smarts to make that work.
We really need that. So this episode is all about why does friendships feel hard for our kids or for them? So I want to understand your why. Why did you write this book? Why now?
We're at a pivotal time in history, I think, with our kids, and they need each other more than ever, but friendships feel a lot more complicated, I think, for a lot of families than they ever did. And when I'm watching them walk through the world, I don't think they understand how relationships work. They're trying really hard, but there's a lot of disconnect, even though they're very connected. And I wrote this book for kids 8 and up because they're starting at that age to be reflective. They're starting to think about their own thinking and think about how they're walking through the world. And we want to empower them with the tools that they need to make sense of their relationships. And this book is quite comprehensive. It's hopefully got everything that I know about friendships in it from the last 30 years of my work with kids. And I wanted to hand deliver it to families in a way that they could transfer to their kids.
Wow, you're talking about when you wrote your last page of the book. What happened? Tell me about that moment.
It wasn't till I got to the very end and closed my laptop that I really understood the book's mission. And for me, it was I wanted to see a future where every kid, regardless of their gender, their neurotype or their social status, had the skills that they need to master relationships that truly sustain them. And I really believe that we can do that. I really do. But we need to get the skills in kids' hands now at this time of their lives where their minds are like a social lab. They're learning what rewards them and what rewards other people. They're learning the things that they're going to actually take with them into adult life. And if you think about it, we're preparing them now for what? For first jobs.
Yeah.
For first loves, for the first time someone questions their worth, for the first time they really have to say no. That's what we're doing now. And this stuff really matters.
It really does. Tell us about, I've just received the book.
Yeah.
Talk to the parent that's listening today. Yeah. What are the features of this book? What can we expect from Friendship Smart?
Yeah. Think of me like I'm like in my car, I'm like the bridge or the, what would you call me? The vehicle to get to your kids.
Do you have a car in mind?
Oh, I so do. Like when I first started my career, I was in a red Toyota Corolla and I would literally go and make house calls and I would bring the skills, all the principles, this book's built on 12 principles, to your home. And now it's a book, not a red Toyota Corolla, but this is still very important to me that I bring what actually works to your home. And so what I've got in my car or in this book is I've got diagrams, I've got frameworks, I've got language, I've got scripts, I've got the things that I know you can easily transfer to your kids, including Dear Adolescent letters. And I can absolutely see you being able to sit with your teenager or your tween 8 and up and actually sit down on the couch, in their bedroom, wherever, whenever they need it, and be able to transfer this stuff directly to them.
I love that, Michelle. I loved, as I was reading it, it's not just a theory that you're writing about or a concept. It's actually something that you've lived out in the last 30 years of your practice. And you can feel your heartbeat because you have practically done these things. So these are true and tested and just amazing concepts.
Well, the Michelle Mitchell tools are literally that. They're things that have been in my office. You know, they're things that I have developed by working with kids.
Yeah.
And, they've literally come out of my lesson plans and things that I've done with kids. And I've been lucky enough to have a lot of my colleagues look at my book, and that's been beautiful feedback for me. You know, Maggie Dent's forwarded it, which is, you know, she's a beautiful cheerleader of mine. And one thing I loved is she said, look, Michelle, you wrote it for 8 and up, but this is going to be so helpful for parents of little kids as well.
Oh, that's perfect, because I actually wanted to read what Steve bit off, which is this century's best-selling parenting guru and author.
He's a dear man.
He is an amazing man. And he wrote, I would call this the most comprehensive book on friendship that I have ever read.
I love that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And Sharon Witt actually rang you last night, and she was talking. I loved
9 o'clock, Sharon.
And she works with neurodiverse kids. And she said that this is actually the Bible of relationships. There's some pretty beautiful words from some amazing people in the field.
Yeah.
And that just leads on to, I just want to ask you about legacy. Yeah. This book is about leaving a legacy for our kids. Can you tell me more about your heart behind that?
This is the work we're doing. This is it. This is not about today's friendship drama. This is about setting your kids up with the relationship principles they need for the rest of their lives. And that's why it's worth investing into. That's why it takes time. And that's why it's worth getting right.
I love that. I actually highlighted this in the book and I wanted to read it out. It was, what surrounds us surrounds them. And the truth is, if nothing changes in our lives, nothing changes in theirs.
Disconnection has been our story as well.
Absolutely.
And every parent that I've given to read this book has said, Michelle, it's really hit home for me as well.
Yep.
And I think if we're really honest, we need more genuine connection as well.
Absolutely.
And so I invite parents into the conversation. And when I go on tour and I'm touring Friendship Smart, I want people to feel the heartbeat of it for our own lives as well. Because like I'm saying, if nothing changes in us, nothing changes in our kids. And we can start that revolution in us that trickles into our kids' lives. And it matters right now.
It really does. Yeah. Every home in Australia needs Friendship Smart. I just want to end with that, Michelle. Thank you for writing this book. This is a work and a legacy that's going to just keep on giving to generations to come. And we just want to end. Thank you for joining us on our podcast today. And we want you to share Friendship Smart with your family. If you haven't already got a copy, we encourage you guys to order it. Who doesn't love a surprise little parcel in the post coming your way? Michelle also has a Friendship Smart tour that's coming, so check out social media and her website for more details around that. Or Michelle can come and speak at your school or organisation. I've been on the receiving end of Michelle's work for many years and she is amazing. You do not want to miss this. Thanks for joining us.